Alrighty, and with that, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Monthly Beadown Podcast, episode 23 of our running little podcast, for basically a channel update for my channel here on Twitch TV. I am Andy, welcome. I am the host of the Gaming Beatdown, or TGBD for short. And today we are here, if you're watching this live here on Twitch, welcome. But if you're watching this on my archives or just on YouTube, whatever, after it's been uploaded, welcome to you too. And I hope you enjoy this nice little probably hour or a couple, I guess an hour or two of a podcast that we have here today. We got a few things we got to talk about here today. We got ourselves our shout out for our subscribers for the month. We have our schedule to talk about for the month of August. We also have a new segment I am introducing for this month. Yes, there's a brand new segment that's going to be happening here. We have some channel updates I got to talk about as well. We got our Caster of the Month shout out. We also got our games I bought segment too that I always like to do every month if I do buy anything. And this month I actually do have one thing for sure, but it'll be an interesting way I'll show this or announce it, I guess. And what else was there? Oh yeah, and then our Q&A session, which, yes, you guys can send me questions at any point, any time tonight during this this podcast, or in the future if you're ever watching me on stream or whatever, or if you're just bored and want to ask me a question, you can use the command in my chat if you're on my stream, Ask Andy, and you can actually send me a question that way, and I will definitely read it on my upcoming or this month's edition of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast. But if you do send them in earlier during the months, that's awesome too, because it actually helps me out looking for ones to basically answer and whatnot. So yeah. So let's dive right into here, shall we? Let's dive into our monthly Beatdown Podcast for the month. But we're gonna start things off here as we normally do. Let me just quickly do something real quickly here. Yeah, we'll do that, I guess. Sure. Okay, so we'll start off here with our thing that we like to do every month. As we start off with every month is our subscriber shout out, is where we give a shout out to everybody who has been a subscriber to my channel for the past month. For those of you who have been, giving you a nice shout out for thank you for supporting the channel for the month of July. We had a pretty decent amount of subs for this month, and I appreciate that. So we'll quickly run down our list of people who have been subbed or were gifted a sub. But regardless, you are getting a thank you for being part of the Beatdown Crew sub crew. So yeah, so we'll quickly go over that quickly right now. So quickly to shout out here, let me just get my list here real quickly. So thank you to Billy3802 for, I think that you're at 14 months, right? Which is crazy, so thank you very much for that. Thank you to Volano007565. Thank you to Grady Dose. Thank you to Lemon Lizard. Thank you to Co Paylord. Thank you to Trend Wrecked. Thank you to 5uberpone2. Thank you to Captain Paladin LP. Thank you to Super Mutant 2099. Thank you to Hawkeye 1987. Thank you to the British Andy, my British counterpart. Thank you to Kirk64. Thank you to Apparition. Thank you to the Onion Knight 8. Thank you to Kippy00. Thank you to Dual Vision. Thank you to Edgehead011. Thank you to Takata. Thank you to Jinjos. Thank you to Infinity. And thank you to the Random Reject. So thank you very much for those of you who subbed to me for the month of July. I do appreciate the support. Like I've always said, it's always 100% optional to subscribe to me. If you'd like to support me as a caster here on Twitch, it's the best way to support me, honestly, is to sub me. You can use your Twitch Prime if you have that connected to your Twitch account. You can use $4.99, $99, $24.99, or whatever. And like I said, it's optional to do, so if you would like to, more than power to you. If you need to unsub at any point, anytime as well, you're more than welcome to do that too. I totally understand if you can't always re-up the sub every month. But I do appreciate everyone who does sub me, and yeah, you do get benefits like this, get a monthly shout out every month on my Monthly Beatdown Podcast. So yeah, so thank you very much once again for those of you who are subbed. I do really appreciate the support, so thank you very much. Alright, so let's move on now to our month recap. Yes, and I finally fixed this. This has been bugging me for the past couple episodes of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast, where I had month spelled the wrong way. Good lord. But yes, I finally fixed it here. And this is basically our segment where I like to basically just give a rundown of what went down here on my channel, or as myself as a caster here on Twitch TV, what basically if you haven't been catching up or just want to catch up on what's been going on, I run down basically what's been going on. So we'll start off with our Let's Play Nights, which is our #1 segment that I basically focus mostly here on the channel. And a lot of stuff has been done here on Let's Play Nights. We actually finished a lot of games for this month, probably the most we've done so far in 2018, and for season number 7. Our first game we actually finished up for the Let's Play Nights was Crash 2. Yes, we finally went through the second Crash game in the Crash series, part of the Insane Trilogy on the PS4. That's the version I've been playing those games on, and very, very enjoyable playthrough. I had a great time playing some Crash, and I'm kind of glad I finally finished that. Not as hard compared to the first one, but I wouldn't say it was as easy, because there are some very hard parts in the game, I find. There's some very hard levels, especially trying to get all the gems, which we did. And but regardless, we had about like 300 plus deaths in the game, if I recall. Actually, I can look that up real quick. I have the what is it call it? The word mark, I guess, or the I guess the document that keeps track of it. 485. There we go. We had 485 deaths when it came to our playthrough of Crash 2. My God. I mean, that's a game where you basically, those are games you basically are just rinse and repeat until you actually end up doing well. So yeah, 485 deaths. It was interesting to say the least. I had a fun time though, regardless. Next time for Crash Bandicoot will be Crash 3, and that'll be our last game in the Insane Trilogy. And like I said, it's going to be on the PS4 version. So yeah, which actually, believe it or not, has recently come out too on Switch and Xbox One. So if you haven't gotten it, and PC, I forgot to mention. So I definitely recommend picking that up if you haven't. It's very, very fun of a platform. Not my favorite 3D platforms. I think Mario and like Banjo and stuff like that are personally better to me, but still, I had a great time playing those games, especially since those are games I've never got to really have or played, since because I was more of a Nintendo guy when I was younger. So yeah, but I had a great time still playing them regardless. But yeah, our second game we actually played here and finished in 2 streams, I would say. That was Super Metroid. I actually finally played my first ever Metroid game here on the channel, and my first ever Metroid game in general. I've just been trying to get into the series at some point, but never really decided to give it an option or attempt to play them, and I'm kind of glad I did. I actually really enjoyed Super Metroid. It was very, very, very enjoyable. We did play it on my Wii U because it's on the eShop, and I played it through there. But yeah, I had a great time playing Super Metroid. I did get pretty ragey at the last 2 bosses in the game, the sections leading up to those bosses, so basically Ridley and Mother Brain. My goodness, the Ridley fight itself, I mean, yeah, it's hard, but once you figure out his pattern, he's not too bad. But I think I had more troubles with Mother Brain than I did with Ridley, honestly. Mother Brain's section, just getting to her and just shooting the little container that she's in when all the like the Spaghetti-O lasers are coming at you. I mean, man, it's just a stressful time. And but man, we were able to get through there. I think it took around that last cast. I think took around 7 hours or something like that. So yeah, it did definitely take a lot of time to actually complete. But we were able to beat it and get through there. So I'm kind of glad I finally have a Metroid game off my bucket list. Still am interested in playing more in the series. I definitely want to play more of the remakes that have come out first, because I know Zero Mission is considered a Metroid 1 remake, and then I think the one that recently came out on 3DS is a Metroid 2 remake, so those are the 2D games. But I've also been wanting to play through the Metroid Prime games. That's definitely been one of those series I've actually really wanted to get into, because I do like my first-person shooters, so I figured those would be a fun one to play through. So yeah, I know they're on the eShop as well, but they are the Wii version, which I'm not sure how good they are, to be honest. A lot of people do tell me to play them on the GameCube versions, or I guess one of Metroid Prime 3, I believe, is a Wii game, so that one's motion controlled and whatnot. So yeah, I'll definitely have to actually look into those ones. But I've been told I can play any of the Metroid games in general, like in any order, besides maybe the Prime games, play those in order. But any of the other ones I can definitely play whenever, basically. So I know Super Metroid was technically the 3rd game in the series, but whatever, it is what it is. But it still gives you a little bit of a rundown what you missed in the first 2 games, which is very cool in that game. So, but yeah, very, very much enjoyed that game. It was very fun, and it was actually one of our subscriber choice games, which was voted by my subscribers who got to vote for some playthroughs to be played here on the channel. So I hope people that voted for that game, I did as best as I could to make you guys enjoy it, I guess. So yeah. However, there was another game that actually was also a subscriber choice. This was actually the #1 vote for, well, technically they were tied at one point, but this at one point was the #1 vote for game for the subscriber choice, and that was Jak 2. Holy moly, can I just say, going from Jak and Daxter, or Jak 1 to Jak 2 is just like, a whole different beast of a game, can I tell you? Like, good lord. Jak 2 is not for the faint of heart at some points. My goodness, that game right there is quite the difficult one. There are moments where it's actually pretty easy, but boy, there are some segments that are very hard, and I just want to say the driving missions in that game are just horrible. I don't know. I don't really like driving missions as much. I had so many stressful moments when I'm going through the driving missions in that game. Man, I just hope Jak 3 really addresses the driving and whatnot, because man, the vehicle combat missions are just not a great time, I don't find. I liked basically everything else besides maybe one platforming running gun mission, which was the sewer mission. We had to take crew, no pun intended, through the sewer. I think that, hands down, that was probably the worst running around mission with the with platforming and shooting and whatnot. But I do like the gun mechanic. It plays very well in my opinion. However, I would say definitely the difficulty is just pretty ridiculous at times, because there are points where you have no. I mean, well, there's actually no. Pretty much every part of the game, you actually have no invincibility from. So if you get hit, you just constantly get wombo comboed, and you'll just die like instantly, which is pretty crazy. So, and plus there's also no checkpoints barely in this game, so if you die, you basically get to start from the beginning again, which really sucks in my opinion. But other than that, I still had a great time with Jak 2. It's definitely got more of a plot compared to the first game, and it's definitely a lot more of an edgier game compared to the first one. From the first two I've played, I definitely say I like Jak 1 better, but I did like Jak 2 for its story a little more. But for when it came as a game you play in general, I definitely preferred the first one for sure, since that was one I definitely 100%ed and whatnot. But for Jak 2, we actually almost did 100%. Well, I wouldn't say 100% it, but we came close to getting all the trophies in the game. I was sitting around 88% done of the trophy collection in the game. All that was really left was the precursor orbs, and well, yeah, those are hard to get, I must say. So yeah, for anyone who hasn't played it before. So yeah, but hashtag, I gotta mention a quick shout out to the No Man, the No guy in the game that always says no. He was an awesome fellow, may I say, and I was told he's coming back in Jak 3, so I'm excited to look forward for him, because the No Man is the best guy. The guy just randomly says no in the background whenever you're getting chased by the Haven City guards and whatnot. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing Jak 3, and hopefully Jak 3 actually does address a lot of the issues I have with Jak 2, but I'm assuming it would, since it is the third installment of that franchise, and it definitely wants me to play all the other ones, so like Daxter, the Jak X, and then that one game that will not be mentioned because a lot of the Jak and Daxter fans do not like that game. So yeah. Moving on, another game we actually completed, which took 2 streams. I mean, it could have taken 3, but I decided to go YOLO and finish it up on 2, and that was Metal Gear Solid 1, the first Metal Gear Solid game. Never played it, always wanted to, and I actually really enjoyed this game. I had to restart it one time just because I had no rations in order to defeat Ocelot, so I actually had to restart one time, but actually I think it was for the better, because once I restarted, I actually had no problem for the rest of the game, basically, besides the last few sections of the game, because holy smokes, fighting Metal Gear Rex, and then a fist fight with Liquid Snake, and then the chase sequence after that, good lord. It's like that game did not want to end at some points, man, I think the Metal Gear Rex fight would have been easier if I actually had chaff grenades going into it, but because I had barely any, and I had to go to the side of the wall to grab them and then use them, it probably would have been easier if I actually had them. I probably would have only been stuck personally on the fist fight with Liquid Snake, honestly, but if I had the chaff grenades for the Metal Gear Rex fight, because I didn't have them, I had to constantly run back and forth just to throw them and grab them and whatnot, and just it was stressful, I would say, but I was able to beat it, and that's what's good. But I probably should have grinded some chaff grenades beforehand, but other than that, it was still pretty fun game regardless, and a lot of game that had a story plot twist. Like, that game's story had plot twist after plot twist after plot twist after plot twist. I mean, my goodness, I can understand why it's very critically acclaimed, in my opinion. And it's definitely it was a definitely very interesting story, and it makes me want to definitely play through Metal Gear Solid 2, see what happens after Metal Gear 1. It definitely wants me to replay Metal Gear 3, because, yes, beforehand, I have actually only played Metal Gear 3 and 5 on my channel, so I've never played any of the other ones after that, so, yeah. Did Mantis read your memory card? No, because I actually didn't have any other games on there. I've heard about that in the past, or if he reads your memory card, but I actually didn't have any of the games that, that he reads on my memory card on my PS3, so yeah, which is unfortunate, but yeah, if I ever play like any Konami games besides Metal Gear on the channel, yeah, there's a little Easter egg that he can do where he basically goes through your memory card and reads it and says, "Oh, I heard you like Castlevania," or something like that, which is supposed to blow your mind, but I've heard about that before. I know on the GameCube version, because the GameCube had a remake called The Twin Snakes, he actually reads your memory card in that, where he says if he sees Smash Bros. Melee, I think Sunshine's on there, and I think Wind Waker as well, and I think Eternal Darkness. If you have any of those games on your GameCube memory card while playing the GameCube version, he'll actually read your mind and sing, "Oh, I heard you like Smash Bros. Oh, I heard you like Mario Sunshine. Oh, I heard you like adventure games like Zelda and whatnot." It's like, what? It's amazing how they could actually, like, they were able to pull that off. So goes to show you how much that game, how much of a crazy game that Metal Gear Solid 1 definitely is. I only hear that things get even more crazier as the series goes on. The Metal Gear Solid 3 definitely blew my mind, so hopefully 2 and 4, and I guess probably, what is it, I forgot what the other one, what the heck was it called? Hold on, I have the case right here, hold on, I kind of forgot what the name of it was called. Peace Walker, that's what it was, yeah, that's what it was, so, yeah. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. My last stream of that took about 8 hours. That was probably the longest stream I've done in quite some time, so yeah, definitely that playthrough took about 15 hours in total, according to the collection on Twitch, so yeah. Definitely go check that out if you haven't, and it was definitely actually pretty smooth playthrough than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot worse, personally, but I actually did not too bad for my first time, I gotta say. And then we've also started up on our last cast of Let's Play Nights for the month of July, and that was with Halo 3 ODST, and we're still currently going through that right now. This is our 148th playthrough? Yeah, 148th game to be played for Let's Play Nights, and we're currently going through that right now. It's, in my opinion, one of the best Halo stories. It doesn't star Master Chief at all. It actually takes place in between the events of Halo 2 to the start of Halo number 3. And yeah, I really like this game. This game is probably one of the best Halo stories in my opinion. Probably one of the shortest, but I think it's one of the best Halo stories in my opinion. And I've been playing it through my Xbox One through the Master Chief Collection, since they actually have added that game for that collection due to specific reasons, which I have addressed during my actual playthrough of the game. But we'll definitely be finishing that up on our next cast when we do that, so which will be coming up here for the next week of Let's Play Nights and whatnot. So yeah. But yeah, all the playthroughs I've mentioned here are all available on TGBD Archives, so you can watch them all on there. I have a whole playlist on all of them, and also they're also available on the collection section, which you can collect up there on Twitch. And they have they're basically playlists, and I save all my streams now through Twitch now, so if you want to watch them all, they are up there, so yeah. Or if you've been watching vodcast replays, you can watch the last few parts on there too, so yeah. So yeah, that was basically what's been going on for Let's Play Nights. Moving on here, we got Late Night Beatdowns, which we had 3 sessions of Late Night Beatdowns this month. The first week being, we played basically Mario Tennis Aces, which recently just came out the month before, and, yeah, it was the month before, and first time actually streaming the full release on stream, and I had actually, no, that's false, actually. I actually have streamed it before. This is the first time I streamed it for the month of, July, and we were going through some tournaments and whatnot, playing with viewers like you, and I really like Mario Tennis Aces. It recently just got an update, and I have actually not touched the game since it's gotten its update, so I'll definitely have to try it again here, since in August, there actually is going to be a new character coming out that I have to get through playing through not the story mode, but the online tournaments and whatnot. So yeah, looking forward to playing more Mario Tennis, and hopefully more people do get it, because yeah, it's it's definitely a fun game. I actually really enjoy it. Our next week we actually played some Fortnite, just because I, for some reason, have been getting some Fortnite craving lately. I don't know where it's been coming from, but I actually have after I made my new account for my Xbox One, I've been playing Fortnite on there, and I think it's been for the best, in my opinion. Yeah, we've been playing a lot of Fortnite there, and off stream, I can mention I have finally won my first ever game in Fortnite. It was off stream though, not on stream. So I need to actually find a way to get my first win on stream. That would be awesome. But yeah, I did get my first win off cast with a couple viewers and mods of mine in a squad game of 3. We had 3 people in our squad, and yeah, it was very, very cool that I finally got my first win. I've never won a game before in Fortnite because that wasn't 50v50, so I'm kind of glad that I actually finally got my first win on there. And yeah, but that was off cast though, so just wanted to mention that now. So yeah. And then our last week of late night beatdowns for the month of July, we played some Fortnite, we played some Smash Bros for Wii U, and then for Fortnite as well again, because like I said, I've just been craving Fortnite lately to be played on my stream and whatnot. But for Smash Bros, I'm kind of glad we're playing Smash Bros again here on the channel. It's getting more votes and whatnot because, well, Smash Bros Ultimate is almost coming out here, and I definitely want to play a lot of my characters I like to play in Wii U to transfer over to the Switch version of Smash Bros. Because yeah, I want to get back into the Smash groove just because I really like playing Smash, and I just wish I could play it a little more often. Even though I usually focus more on Mario Kart and that, but I do like playing Smash Bros. So I actually have now a new way I'm playing Smash Bros. With my viewers. So how it's going to be working now, since this last cast when I played Smash, the first bit is going to be 1v1, so I'm going to be playing against viewers 1v1 style. And then after that, for the last little bit of the sessions of Smash Bros. For late night beatdowns, I'm going to be doing 4-player lobbies like I've always been doing in the past, with either items on or off, just to mix it up and whatnot. But every time for 1v1s, there will be always no items and whatnot. But for 4 players, we'll always have items or non-items at times, just to mix it up and whatnot, just for give people some enjoyment if you don't like having matches where you have items or not, basically. So yeah, so that's how that's basically been going. So yeah. So yeah, that's how late night beatdowns have been going for the past month. Very, very awesome. Very, very awesome, I must say. And then also, we've been having Mario Kart Sundays every Sunday night here, where we'll be playing Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We're actually getting very, very, very close to the end of the Wii U version being played here on the channel. We actually just recently wrapped up week number 176, I believe it was. And after week 180, we are wrapping up with the Wii version and never playing it again, as the Switch version will be the only version I'll be playing of Mario Kart 8 at some point here, which is going to be probably, since I've looked up the schedule or just the calendar or whatever, just to see how many weeks I have left of it, since I do vice versa every week of the Wii U and Switch version. It will be pretty early in September, so it's coming up, guys. Since we're in August next month, it is going to be coming to an end, so just be warned on that. So for anyone who only has the Wii version, plays the Wii U version with me, yes, the Wii U version is almost coming to an end to be played here on the channel for Mario Kart Sundays, and soon it'll just be the Switch version, aka Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for Mario Kart Sundays. So be warned, it's coming, guys, it's coming. And also, guys, we've also been playing through our submissions now for the theme set contest. We did our first week on the last edition of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and we actually announced our top 2 on the last session that won the first poll, basically. That was voted by you guys, which were your favorite submissions for the theme set contest. Thank you for those of you who voted, and thanks for those of you who submitted theme sets and whatnot. So yeah, this will be going on for quite a little bit still, because yeah, we're going to be going through all of these theme set submissions for the next little bit, so it should be fun. I always like doing the theme set contests. People seem to enjoy it, and it's usually well received, even though there are a lot of people that do get salty about it if their theme set doesn't win or whatever, but can't please everybody, right? Can't please everybody. But we've been doing a new way of doing it now, so now I don't choose like on a list where we're going. We actually have it randomized, and I don't say who made the theme set when it gets picked, so that puts more surprise when it comes to that, so yeah. So yeah, but yeah, it should be fun. I'm looking forward to doing more theme set submissions for Mario Kart Sunday's theme set contest during Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in August, so it should be awesome, And also, by the way, we also had the Twitch Summer Block Party, which happened over at Richie's. I actually streamed a few times there for the block party, and those were very fun times. I did 2 streams there, 2-hour streams, or well, yeah, so 2 2-hour streams would add up to 4 hours basically. I was there playing Mario Tennis Aces the first time, playing with viewers that were there at the block Party. And then the second time I played a very meme game, which starred a Pepsi can, where you play as a Pepsi can through Sonic 1. I don't know, that was something, that's for sure. That was pretty meme heavy of a game right there. Whoever made that, well done. I love the Sonic meme ROM hacks. But I do appreciate Richie allowing me to be part of the block party. I always look forward to doing it, and my viewers do look forward to the block party every year. And I definitely will be joining again in the future, whenever it is the next one. So if there's going to be one in the Christmas time or the winter time or next summer, I'll be looking forward to doing or participating in that again. Pepsi Hedgehog full LP plus. Well, I almost did a full LP over at Richie's channel, but unfortunately, I got trolled by the game design and whatnot. So yeah. So yeah, that's basically what was going on for the month of July. Pretty active month, I gotta say. It was definitely a very busy month when it came to me as a caster and just the channel in general. So yeah, very fun times, I gotta say. So thanks for everybody being here for July. And if you missed any of those streams, they're all available on my archive channel, youtube.com/TGBD or you can find them all in my video section or collections, whatever. So they're all there. So if you want to watch them, they're all there for you guys. And yeah, so what's going on next month? Well, here are the month's plans for the month of July, or August, excuse me. So in August, we're going to be wrapping up a few playthroughs here, and we're actually going to be heading to our final playthrough for season number 7. Our game number 150 will definitely be played pretty early here in August. The next two, since we got Halo 3 ODST, we're going to be wrapping that up on our next playthrough of that. Then the game after that, I will mention, is only going to be a one-sit playthrough. It's going to be very short. Game number 149 will be done in one stream, and then 150 will basically be our last game, and it will probably take pretty much the rest of August, basically. And then, yeah, so Let's Play nights are basically coming to an end for the season pretty soon after this month, so yeah. The plan is basically finish game number 150, then we'll go and do, if we finished early this month, we will be doing some leftover segments, so I do have plans for that, what those will be, but you'll have to stay tuned to find out what that will be, so yeah. And then after basically the week that I do leftovers week, I'm going to be taking a week or two break from casting, just to focus on a specific thing I'm going to be talking about here pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, I'll let everybody know ahead of time when that will be happening and whatnot, so stay tuned for that. I will let everybody know on Twitch and Discord and my site and whatever, so stay tuned. So yeah, as for late night beatdowns should be the same as always. We'll be having late night beatdowns this month as well. No new games this month, actually, for Let's Play night or late night beatdowns. Nothing new multiplayer wise yet, so stay tuned. In the future, what new games will be coming, I'll be playing. There are going to be some that are coming out that will be coming to late night beatdowns, but stay tuned, I will say. That's all I can say. And then Mario Kart Sundays, as always, we're going to be playing going through our theme sets for the theme set contest for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and also we will be basically be on our last month, yes, our last full month that will feature Mario Kart 8 Wii U here on this channel. August is going to be the last full month because in the second, or I think it's the first or second week of September, can't remember exactly, the Wii U version will see its last ever stream here on the channel. So this is actually the last month that you'll ever see the Wii U version be played here on the channel for a month, basically. Because like I said, it's after week 180 in September. That's basically it for the game. So yeah. So like I said, it's coming down. We're almost done the Wii version, and we're only going to be focusing on the Switch version of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So yeah, and yes, we will still be going through our theme set submissions for that game. So yeah, hope you guys are enjoying that once again, like I said, and make sure to vote for the ones that you like, and definitely participate in that if you want to try out all these theme sets that were made by you guys. So yeah. And yeah, so that's basically what's going to be happening this month. Should be awesome. So yeah. So moving on here, let's head to our next segment here, which is the month's stream schedule. So yes, this is where I basically showcase my schedule for the month of the channel. So yeah, so we're gonna quickly go over and run through that real quickly right here, right now. So alright. So here is my schedule for the month. So for the August, it's gonna be pretty normal, basically. as normal as it really gets here. So here is the schedule for the month. So August 2nd will be our first stream for the month of August, and we're going to be here with Late Night Beatdowns. I have decided what game that will be. I'm picking basically, but you guys can vote for what game gets played when the poll goes up, so stay tuned. Actually, as of tomorrow, August 1st, is when that poll will be going up, so yeah, and you'll know what game I'll be choosing for that when the weekly update comes out on tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow morning or something like that, so keep an eye out for that. August 3rd, we will be here with Day 2 of Halo 3 ODST. Like I said, we're going to be finishing this up in this cast easily. We don't really have too much left. I think I had like 4 missions or so left. So yeah, it won't be very long of a cast, so we'll basically be wrapping up our playthrough of that. And then August 4th, we will be announcing our next game following the end of Halo 3 ODST. And like I said, this cast here will be a one-sitting playthrough of a specific game. Which game that will be? Well, it'll be to be announced after that Halo 3 gets announced. So yeah, or after Halo 3 ODST is finished, it'll be announced after the conclusion of that. So yeah. August 5th, we will be here with Mario Kart Sundays with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and yes, we'll be continuing playing through our submissions for the theme set contest. We'll be playing 4 more of our submissions, so that should be fun. August 9th, we will be here with Late Night Beatdowns. Don't know what I'll be playing yet, but once again, you guys can vote for what gets played for the viewer's choice portion. August 10th and 11th, we'll be here with our first 2 nights of our final game of Season 7 of Let's Play Nights. And that game will be announced after the end of the game that I'm playing on August 4th, by the way. So yeah, it should be awesome. August 12th, we'll be here with Mario Kart Sundays with Mario Kart 8 Wii U for my Wii U player base, and this will be week number 177. So yeah, that's the 177th edition of Mario Kart 8 Wii U. August 16th, we'll be here with Late Night Beatdowns. Again, don't know what I'll be playing yet. I'll decide during that week, and then we also will be a viewer's choice game, so that's how that will work. August 17th and 18th, going to be continuing game number 150, whatever that will be. Game number 19, August 19th, excuse me, not game number 19. August 19th, we will be here with Mario Kart Sundays with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Once again, probably going through more of our submissions for the theme set contest here. That'll be our 3rd poll that's going to be happening after that cast there. August 23rd, Late Night Beatdowns, once again, same rules apply as I've said before. August 24th, 25th, game number 150 will still be played there for both of those casts. August 26th, we'll be here with Mario Kart 8 Wii U, which this will be week 178. And then we'll have the Monthly Beatdown Podcast coming to you live here August 28th for the September 2018 channel update. So I'll talk about my September schedule and all that loveliness here for that cast then. August 30th, Late Night Beatdowns, same rules apply before. And then August 30th, maybe we'll be continuing game number 150, or maybe we'll be finishing up. We're not sure yet. We'll see. We'll see how that will work. So yeah. So that's basically how the schedule is going to look, basically. So no changes this month. It's going to be the same thing like July. No, basically just the same schedule as how last month was basically. No changes, no Monday cast or anything like that. It's all same time, same bat time, same bat schedule, basically. And same bat channel, I guess. So yeah. So yeah, that's basically my schedule for the month. So yeah, if you have any questions or concerns, I'll let you know. I'll respond to them, and if anything changes, let's say if anything comes up and whatnot, I'll let you know on Discord or social media or whatever if anything changes, because yeah, this is so far the finalized schedule, but if anything comes up or whatever, I'll let you know if anything changes. So yeah, because this is bound to change if something does occur. So so there you go, that's the month schedule for the month of August. Should be fun as we're almost wrapping up season number 7 here on the channel. So yeah. So yeah, coming up now here, guys, is going to be a new segment here for the Monthly Beatdown Podcast. Yes, this is the first time I'm going to be doing this. And I figured this would be a fun little thing we can actually do, and this is the new segment here for the channel, and that is the highlight of the month, which is now a new thing I'm going to be doing, where I'm going to be showcasing a highlight, probably the best highlight for the month on my channel for the month that happened, basically. So there's a lot of highlights that occur every month here on my channel. But we will be going through a new thing called a highlight of the month, where I pick what I think is the best highlight that occurred during the month of the previous month, basically. So in the past month of July, there was a lot of stuff that was going on for the month of July, and this highlight coming up here that I'm going to be showcasing here happened in our Jack 2 playthrough. And I'm sorry about this, Bernie, but yeah. So here's the highlight for the month of July. So enjoy. What is happening? What the fuck? Okay. I just... Get out! Please! Dude! Get out of my car! Good. Oh, Jesus! What? What happened? Did I win? What happened? Did I... Wait, I didn't win? What? What? It's the mission's right over there. I gotta go back again. What? 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 Are you kidding me? I didn't win. What? Okay, hold on. I gotta find out for sure. That tells me I didn't win. Hold on. Let's get over there real quickly. And if I didn't win, holy crap. I am in disbelief if I didn't win because of that. Oh man. Please. Oh, actually, you know what I could do? Actually, I could check the missions here, right? Yeah, I could do that. Let's see. Talk to. Oh, well, okay, I don't know for sure actually. Hold on. That doesn't. I'm not sure for. I don't know for sure if that means anything. We'll find out for sure if we did beat the mission there. Oh, dude, I can't get over the roof. That poor guy. Alright, I'm officially here. Torn, tell me I beat the mission, please. Please tell me I did it good. Please tell me I beat the mission, please.
The city's on.
What the fuck, dude? Ooh, 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 ooh. I did beat the mission. It didn't count. Oh my god. What? What? I'm sorry, Bernie. Please understand I did not mean to abuse you, but oh my goodness, I didn't beat it. Oh my goodness, dude. I didn't win. What? What? That was the last guy. No. That's shenanigans.
Nothing.
That's shenanigans. Oh my god, I gotta do it again. Oh no. 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 Alright, okay. No more fucking around, let's go. No more fucking around. We're gonna go beat this mission. Perfection run right here. Here we go. Let's do it. Alright, so there you go. That was our highlight of the month, which happened in Jack 2. And I gotta say, screw that mission. That mission sucks. In my opinion, it was one of the worst missions in the game. Well, second worst mission in the game, I gotta say. And sorry, Bernie, once again, I did not mean to abuse you. Alright, but yes, there you go. That's our new segment, highlight of the month, so yeah. It should be an awesome little segment that we're going to be doing from now on, where I showcase a highlight that happened during the month of, the previous month, basically. So yeah, and I figured that was the best thing that had happened in the past month, so yeah. Alright, so there we go. So moving on to our next segment here, which is going to be the channel updates. Alrighty, so here we go. Got a few things I want to talk about here. So first things first is about this thing right here. That's right. So I'm not sure if anybody has heard or not, but I have mentioned on Twitter and my stream a few times, and on Discord a few times, and that is regarding 3DS capturing. Yes, that's right. If you guys don't know, I have placed an order now, finally, in early this month for a 3DS capture device, or well, it was a 2DS XL capture card. So I'm actually upgrading my 3DS to the 2DS. Finally, I figured I want to actually finally upgrade my 3DS to a 2DS because I don't know. I really like the little thumbstick that's on there, and I figured if I'm gonna upgrade my 3DS or whatever, I might as well put a capture card into it. So yes, and yes, I have placed an order down for it. I have not heard anything about it when it's going to be shipped or not. I'm still waiting on my confirmation on that. But I'm thinking they're probably just waiting to order one of the consoles in so they can install it in. So yeah, I'm still waiting on exactly when I'll be getting it. But yes, in the future here, I will be doing 3DS stuff here on the channel. So playthroughs. Definitely want to bring Mario Kart 7 for Mario Kart Sundays for sure. And then maybe some other multiplayer stuff like Animal Crossing, New Leaf, and other things like that for late night beatdowns. Because yeah, I think it would be very fun to do some 3DS capture stuff. I've always been wanting to do 3DS stuff for the longest time. I just have no way to actually make it work. I know that you say, well, don't you have a webcam there? Yes, but unfortunately, I just can't physically, like, with my setup here, I can't actually, like, set it down and just, like, record it on there. It just wouldn't work exactly. So unfortunately, the only way I could do it is if I actually did get a capture card of some sorts for a 3DS and whatnot. So yeah, I'll let everybody know. I'll update in the future when I know when it's getting shipped and whatnot. So, but yeah, I just want to clarify in case you haven't heard. But yes, I am getting a 3DS capture card, or well, a 2DS XL with a capture card built into it. So it should be awesome. Once it comes, I'm gonna actually transfer all my stuff on my current one onto that one, and then I'll probably sell that other one there and get trade value for it or something like that. So yeah, but yeah. Very cool. I'm looking forward to doing some 3DS stuff here in the future, and I hope you guys are too. It's been a long time coming, and I thank everybody who actually helped support me get to that part, or get this to come. I know it's been years since I've been wanting to do this, but these things are just expensive, that's why. So I do appreciate everybody who actually did help out towards it, because yeah, I've always been wanting to do 3DS games in the future. Just took a long time than I needed to, but since I've become a Twitch affiliate with the sub button, it's actually helped out easily, I must say. So thank you very much for all the support, allowing the 3DS to finally come here on the channel. Even though the 3DS is almost on its way out, I figured it's the best time to actually finally do 3DS stuff now with all these games coming out too. And there's a lot of games I have back there that are 3DS that I would like to actually play, and plus there are some I don't have that I can get digitally that I really want to play. Kid Icarus Uprising. Right. So yeah, so thank you once again for that. Next thing up here. Yes, right here. This is a new thing I want to talk about here. This is actually new that no one actually has even heard of before. But yes, I just want to let everyone know that yes, I now have a PlayStation Community now on PSN. So yeah, if you'd like to join it, it's more than welcome to do so. I'll quickly showcase it here real quickly on the stream. Hello everyone. So yes, here it is. This is my PlayStation Community. Is the Gaming Beatdown, obviously. But yes, I have a community here on PlayStation. I was always asked, how come you don't actually have one? And I was like, I don't know, honestly. So I kind of just was like, you know, I'll consider doing it, because someone actually considered making me want to make one, basically. So yeah, I'll probably just like update stuff, like say hi, whatever, and whatever. I'll respond to messages here and whatnot. But yeah, I do have one of these here, so if you'd like to join it, you're more than welcome to do so. If you need help finding it, I'll actually showcase where you can find it. So if you search the Gaming Beatdown on here, you can actually find it right there, and you'll be able to join easily, no problem and whatnot. But yeah, I'll definitely try to throw in like some upcoming events, whatever. Like let's say like like an anniversary stream or like a birthday stream, whatever. And I'll probably put like if we're playing a specific game in here, so people want to know what I'm playing for like late nights and whatnot on PlayStation. That's probably the best way I could probably do so. And whatnot. So yeah, if you'd like to join, you're more than welcome to join. It's welcome to everybody. Just a little for fun thing that I thought I would actually do. I know a lot of people actually have done that before, and I've like, you know what, maybe I'll do it too. So yeah, like I said, if you'd like to, yeah, you're more than welcome to join it if you'd like. So yeah, if you have any things I could actually do for this, let me know. I'll take any like I guess what's the word I'm looking for? Ideas or whatever. If you have any ideas what I should do with this community, I'll most likely do it, because I think I'd rather work on this better than it comes to the Steam one, because I know I made a Steam group too, but the Steam group is kind of, not gonna lie, it's kind of dead. So yeah, so I guess suggestions. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. I just couldn't think of the word for some reason. But yeah, if you'd like to join in the Beatdown crew or the Gaming Beatdown PSN group, yeah, it's open right now. It's just a community for fun little group. If you'd like to join, yeah, it's there, and you can join it if you like to. So yeah. So yeah, so there you go. That's another thing there. And last but not least, a little update here. I gotta talk about this thing, and it's a big one. That's right. The 7th anniversary show stuff is going to be talked about this month. I'm going to be releasing a trailer and some info regarding it this month. So the event doesn't actually happen until October, but stuff is actually going to be coming up here later this month. I'm not sure exactly when in August, but at some point a trailer will drop and some info will be dropped on the website and whatnot. So yeah. I'm still kind of figuring out an idea to make for my trailer, because normally I don't want to have the same type of trailer every year. It's just I gotta come up with an idea when it comes to it. But yeah, at some point later this month, there will be some stuff there. Since we're almost coming down to our last playthrough of the season, now is the perfect time to start stuff about this too. So yeah, I remember when I said earlier, like in September, I'll probably be taking a few weeks off from casting. That is why. So I'll probably be setting up stuff for this, basically, just to set up, or just get stuff set up for that and just work on stuff for there, so I'm not streaming and then working on this, because I did that last year, and I come to terms that it is kind of draining and whatnot, so it does get me draining and whatnot, because when it came to the top 50 moments video from the season, or the 6th anniversary show, I was actually getting paranoid that I was actually not going to finish it in time, because during then, I actually had a lot of stuff like IRL, like work IRL came up a lot just to get in my way and whatnot. Same thing's gonna be happening this year too, but I figured if I'm not focusing on casting while this is all happening, I think it might actually help out too. So yeah, so I'll probably be starting up production on the top 50 moments video in late August, basically. So just so I have a start on it, basically, so I can get something prepared and whatnot. So yeah. So yeah, but yeah, keep an eye out for it on my social media or my Discord. I'll mention something in the general announcements and whatever, and yeah, keep an eye out for the trailer, because the trailer, once it drops, it's gonna be played every start of every stream until the event happens. So yeah, and it should be happening on the same day it always happens, on the 14th of October. But I'll let everybody know for sure ahead of time if anything changes or whatnot. So yeah, that's basically a little thing to look forward to, and that's basically this month, basically, in a nutshell, for channel updates and whatnot. So yeah, so thank you very much for looking at that. And now let's talk about the games I bought. And well, there is actually a couple games I bought. One of them being Super Metroid on my Wii U eShop, and there's another game I bought for my from the eShop. But stay tuned, because that will be announced for the next playthrough after Halo 3 ODST. So yeah, and I think it's going to be a good one too. So yeah, that's the other game I bought there, but I'm not going to show it because, yeah, I think it's best if I keep that one a surprise, in my opinion. So yeah, it's an older game too, so yeah, and that'll be announced after Halo 3 ODST is finished up here on the stream. So yeah, so that's basically the games I bought. It's a little short segment there, but yeah. And now we get to one of my favorite sections of the stream, or the episodes of the Monthly Beadown Podcast, and that is our Caster of the Month. That's right. So last month actually, I should mention, our Caster of the Month last year, I believe, was Lightyear, if I'm correct. Let me just make sure on there if that's who it was. I believe it was Lightyear. Let me just make sure. I don't want to mistake here if I was wrong here. Yes, it was. Okay, yeah. So last month was definitely Lightyear. Lightyear was last month. What am I saying? I can't speak English. But yes, last month's cast of the month was Lightyear. So yes, once again, you guys go definitely check out Lightyear. He's an awesome dude. He's been casting on Twitch for quite some time. And but this month, for the month of August, I have found someone who's pretty awesome, and I've been watching them a lot recently, and I think they are fantastic. And I was trying to find a good clip that happened on their stream at some point, and I remember actually being at their stream when this happened too, and it was actually happening when I was playing a specific game, or well, it was around the end of a specific game I was playing, and I actually was curious looking around for people who were playing the same game that I was playing, and I found this person, and yeah, and I figured this is funny because it features a specific waifu of mine that I really like, so yeah, so here's our caster of the month clip, so enjoy.
Thank you, Senpai. I love you.
Whoa. What? Did my game just crash when she said I love you? Are you serious? She said I love you and broke my fucking game? Chie's like, no, abort! Abort this! That's not happening. Oh my god, are you serious? Do you see why I save so often?
I thought that was so funny. I think that was like one of the first streams I saw of hers, and that's what happened. So I'm like, oh my god, my waifu crashed her game. That's actually pretty hilarious. But yeah, so yeah, guys, our caster of the month for the month of August is Futaba. So yeah, there she is right there. She does a lot of awesome things on her channel. If you're into Persona, if you're into Kingdom Hearts, she's recently been playing that on her channel. She recently just played Detroit. And she's a big Tales fan as well, so if you're into like RPGs and stuff like that, or just games in general on PlayStation or whatever, that's what I've seen a lot of her stuff being played. Yeah, that's definitely what she's all about there. And she just plays games just for fun, just like I do, basically. So yeah, you have to go check her out over at twitch.tv/FutabaSakura _, by the way. Yes, there's an underscore after her name, so that's the important part there. So don't go to Futaba Sakura because there's nothing there. You have to go to Futaba Sakura _ basically. So but yeah, go check her out there. She's our cast of the month of August, and she's a sweetheart. You guys should definitely go check her out. She's pretty funny, I must say. So yeah, so there you go. There's our cast of the month for the month of August of 2018. Very, very awesome. And yeah, well, who's gonna be the September one? Well, come back next month, and I'll find out who that will be. So yeah. All right. So coming up next is our last segment of the monthly Beatdown podcast for the month of August, and that is our Q&A session. That's right. This is where everyone sends me questions and I answer them live here on stream. And yeah, we got a few questions that we got answered here. There are a few ways you can actually send me questions. Firstly, you can send me through using the command Ask Andy, !Ask Andy, and I'll actually read them through there, and I'll actually answer them there. There's also another way. You can also click the button down there. There's a little Twitch extension. Click that, and you can actually use your Beatdown bucks in the chat here and send me a question that way. And yeah, so we got about a couple questions here when it comes to this month. So got about 9 in the. I'd say we gotta have 9 questions in the responses on the Google Docs. So yeah. Yeah, so we'll quickly go through them here. There's one of them I'm gonna actually delete because it's not even a question. Alright, so first question is from Anonymous. They ask me where do I see myself in 5 years? Well, I know one thing for sure. I'll be 31. That's just scary to say. God dang. I'm gonna be old man, dude. 31 in 5 years, basically. Good lord. As for myself, I have no idea. I don't know where I will be, basically. Maybe I'll still be casting, maybe I won't. Maybe I be doing something else, maybe I really don't know, honestly. I would like to see myself still being casting here. Definitely maybe not where I am right now, maybe somewhere else for sure. That's definitely a goal of mine, is not to be always streaming where I am right now. I definitely want to be having my own place at some point. And definitely make that a cooler looking streaming setup too. Instead of using a computer chair, I'll have like an actual couch. I kind of want to see that, basically. Definitely would like definitely a better job for sure. I'd definitely like to see myself be able to find better work, especially something that gives me allows me to have more work, basically, because there are times where nothing happens and I barely get much that happens. So if I can get something that can actually get me more hours, that'd be awesome, because then it will allow me to do more things outside of casting, such as like go to conventions and stuff like that, and upgrade my stuff easier and whatnot. So yeah, it's definitely stuff I'd like to see happen in about 5 years or so. But hopefully it can happen. But a lot of these things do take time for sure, because not everything can just happen instantly, basically. So, but yeah, definitely like to see. Hopefully, much more changes for myself personally by then, for sure. So, yeah. But yeah, thank you for the question there. I appreciate that. Next question here is from Anonymous. What do you do in your free time? I don't know. Basically, like, I guess outside of live streaming, I guess, and working, I guess. I don't know. Probably just working on my cast, or just watch YouTube videos, or other people playing games on Twitch or whatever. Basically stuff like that, and basically just making stuff for my channel. Basically, that's basically what I kind of do outside, or just on my free time, basically. And I guess technically being a streamer is being a free time. I don't know. Not sure exactly, but yeah, I'd say that's basically what I technically do most of my time for free time. Is definitely just hang around, play games with people, watch YouTube videos or Twitch streams or stuff like that, and then just work on my channel, basically. So that's basically what I basically do when it comes to my free time, when it comes to my channel and whatnot. So yeah, thank you for the question there. Anonymous asks, do you ever get lonely? Yes I do. I tend to get lonely every now and then. I just don't really talk to a lot of people that I've known over the years as much as often as I used to, just because everyone's been busy with life and whatnot. I mean, you can't always have time to catch up with everybody. If you can, it's not very long. It's like a very split little bit. But yeah, I can say I do get lonely. I mean, I am single, so I mean that gets lonely every now and then too. So, but yeah, but I don't know. Even if I stream, though, I have people who are here and they keep me company, so that always helps out too, personally. So, but yeah, I mean, outside of casting, I do feel lonely at times. There are points in time where I kind of feel sad and lonely, and alone, basically. But nothing like in like a dark feeling matter, like I'm depressed or anything like that. It's nothing like that. But yeah, I do at times feel like I'm lonely, and I feel like I hide myself away, or just kind of keep myself away from stuff. I don't know why. I'm weird. But no, I actually do at times feel like I do get lonely at times, and kind of just, I don't know. I know there's some people that would say sometimes it's best to always maybe stay away, or just have moments for yourself at times, but I don't know. I've had moments for myself for a number of years though, and I don't know. After a while, it does kind of build up, and it does get kind of lonely over time. But hopefully that can change in the future. But yeah. But yes, the answer is yes, I do. So yeah, thank you for the question there. Another question from Anonymous asks, my favorite dessert. Ooh, that's a good one, actually. I like cheesecake, honestly. Cheesecake is pretty fantastic. I do like me some ice cream as well. Dairy Queen Blizzards, in fact, are my favorite, or even Dairy Queen ice cream cakes are kind of my favorites. I do like pumpkin pie. I like lemon meringue pie, in fact. Hope a lemon is watching. He'll like that answer. But yeah, I do like me some, like, I do like ice cream. I do like cookies. I do like cake. I do like a lot of sweet things, basically. I don't know. It's hard to say, but if I had to choose, probably cheesecake. Cheesecake would be number one for me. I really love cheesecake. Cheesecake is for the win, in my opinion. Very good. Now, do I have a specific favorite type? Not really, honestly. I literally like kind of anything, really. I like any kind of cheesecake, honestly, because cheesecake is freaking amazing, if I do say so myself. But yeah, but then after that, I'd probably be ice cream for sure. So yeah, so thank you for the question there. Did I oh, hold on, did I not? Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, I was like, the question I answered just didn't disappear there for a second. Next question's from Anonymous. Asked what my favorite season is. Easily, that is my favorite season is fall. Reason why is because you get to wear sweaters. It's like the perfect temperature, personally. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's just in the middle, and I think that's the best weather, personally. And it just looks pretty too, with all the leaves and whatnot, like all the red, orange, and yellow leaves and brown leaves and whatnot. Yeah, I just like fall as a whole. Fall is my favorite. My least favorite season is probably winter. I'll answer that as well. Just because, as a Canadian, if you're a Canadian, you kind of know how it feels. You basically have to live through snow and winter from basically November to basically mid to late April, early May, basically. So that's a lot of months you have to deal with snow and blizzards and slippery ice and roads and whatnot. So yeah, I'm not too big on winter, honestly. If every place was kind of like BC in the world, I definitely would love to live a place like there because there's barely any snow. Second worst would probably have to be summer, honestly, just because it just gets super bloody hot at times. So, and plus here it likes to rain a lot, so yeah, so it makes basically no good weather basically when it comes to summer here. It's always either hot for like 2 days and then it is gloomy and rainy for like 5 days later. So it's like, I don't know. And then second favorite would have to be spring. So spring is pretty awesome because spring is actually when my birth month is. Because in May is basically when spring is basically, and I definitely like it because of that reason. So yeah. But easily my favorite season is fall. Fall is fantastic just because everything I like begins. The weather is lovely. Games come out in the fall. It's just a good time. Fall is fantastic in my opinion. Shout out to fall for being fabulous. That was a bad pun. I'm sorry. But anyways, thank you for the question there. Next question is from Anonymous. They asked, something you've always wanted to do, but been too afraid to try. Oh, good question. I don't know. Maybe skydiving. Because that's pretty intimidating. Especially if you're not into heights or something like that. I'd be scared to do it, but it seems like something that'd be super duper fun to actually do. Yeah, I don't know. When I was younger, I always thought it would be something cool to do, but then I've always heard like the stories of where people's parachutes don't even like open up at the time they need to, and that gets kind of scary if something like that would happen. And then you also have to remember you're way up in the clouds and whatnot, and yee. I mean, it'd be something cool to do, but it also something would be very intimidating. But hey, if you do it, it'd be something you could say you did too, right? So. Yeah, I mean that's something I definitely would like to do, but I wouldn't say I'm really scared of heights. It's more the stuff that happens if something goes wrong, basically, right? So I have no problem when it comes to flying on planes or anything like that. It's just more if anything like happens while it's happening, right? So yeah. And you have to sing Free Riders when you do it. Oh yeah, the Sonic Free Riders theme. Oh yes, you have to definitely do that for sure. Or you can sing Tom Petty's Free Fallin'. But I digress. So, but yes, thank you for the question there. Next question here is from Tampa Bay Boy, aka Zach. He says, "This is a question, but I've always loved you. You need to marry me now." What? Nani? Is that a troll? That's a troll. That's a troll question right there. What the fuck? Nani? Whoa, oh my. Well, I hope you at least buy me dinner first if that's the case, but that's probably not from Zach. Somebody probably trolled question that, but I love you too, Zach. but thank you. Hold on. That's not a question. I'm gonna delete a lot of these questions that are, yeah. Oh, here's from Bernie. It says, with summer ending, I'm having PTSD flashbacks of a dark place you kept. You mean a dark place you're being kept? Well, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my dude. But I didn't send you in a dark place. You went on vacation to a cool place where it only gets cooler, you know? But yeah, thank you, Bernie, for that. Bernie also asked, are you going to pay for my hospital bills? No. No, I'm not. And next question here from Shane says, what's the monthly thing in the mini fridge? Got Pepsi. That's what I got really in there. Sometimes I have some iced teas in there. Sometimes I have Arizonas and whatnot, but the cans are too big to actually fit in there, so I have another fridge around the corner. And I put stuff in there if they don't fit in there, because it's actually a very, very tiny mini fridge, so only stuff like around this size will actually fit in, unfortunately. So, yeah, but that's what's basically in there. It usually gets stocked every week, basically, just because I always go through everything that's in there, like, as soon as I see stuff in there. So, yeah, but yeah, that's basically what's going on. And that's what's in my mini fridge right at the moment is some Pepsi. So yeah, I don't know. It's been enjoying Pepsi a little more compared to Coke recently. I don't know. Kind of lost the taste of Coke at times recently. So that's I don't know. But yeah, that's basically what's been in there. But thank you for the question there. Next question from Anonymous. Do you ever take or ask for channel suggestions from viewers or mods? Yes, I actually do. I always ask people like what they would like to see or if anything would be like to be changed or something. Like one of the big things I do remember is a lot of my viewers would always ask, why don't you use a webcam and whatever. And for the longest time, I just would not use a webcam just because I was always more basically scared or just nervous to use a webcam, and now I kind of just use it all the time now, and I figured, you know what, there's no thing to worry about for using a webcam now. It's kind of just natural now. Do I make it my main focus? No, but I tend to use it even still. Like, I won't, like, when I'm playing a game, for example, let's just say I'm playing a game like right here. Let's say this is how it looks. I don't normally do this. It's more normally like this, basically. So I'll have my voice basically just kind of how I normally do, because I don't know. The thing is, I kind of think like when I use a webcam, that would be the main focus. I mean, I guess technically it should be. I guess the stream's just about you basically, and I guess maybe people have a point when it comes to that. But I don't want to make my appearance and how I look to be the main focus. Like, I'd rather have my voice do the justice, basically. But yeah, I do like to bring up my webcam every now and then if something happens. So if I have to react to something, I'll just pop up on webcam or something like that. Or if I have something to show, I'll just bring up my webcam and show it or whatever. That's basically how I usually do my webcam and that. But yeah, from mods, I've also been, from mods, I definitely got a lot of suggestions from mods, especially when stuff comes regarding Mario Kart and that. There was one time one of my old mods had an idea about how we can keep track of stats and whatnot. We're actually kind of bringing back an idea for that for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, actually. But yeah, we did have an idea where we would have everyone keep track of their stats as they want to. Like, they can keep track how many times they got in first place, second places, third places, set wins, how many point totals they've gotten in total, and it would automatically like do the math for them. And then yeah, it was actually a pretty unique little thing. Not a lot of people always up-to-dated them, but some people liked using it, and I'm kind of glad people did, because that was kind of a cool little thing. Unfortunately, I didn't really get to update mine, but I had people who would actually update my stats for me, which is very awesome of them, so I appreciate that. Just because I have to focus on more of like how, like, setting, like running the stream and everything, like running the fruit machine for theme sets, running just the stream in general, just commenting and talking to people. So it just would not give me a chance to really have a time to actually put on my stats, because I always tend to forget what I do most of the time. The only thing I really keep track of is, in highlights a lot, is just my set wins basically and whatnot. So yeah, I was also, believe it or not, a channel suggestion from viewers where if you guys watch the top 50 moment videos during the anniversary shows, that was actually an idea from a viewer of mine. Someone said maybe you should do, instead of like showing them like normally, like the first anniversary show I ever did, I just played the highlights and just downloaded them and just played them on the stream, basically. That's how I did it. But then I was suggested, well, why don't you just make a video out of it? And I was like, that's not a bad idea. And then the second anniversary show, which showed the season 2 best of videos, that's the first video time I actually did that, and it was actually much more well received that way. And I've been doing it ever since then. So that was back in 2013, basically. So yeah, I've been doing the 50 moment videos since 2013, basically, and they've been going on once a year since. So yeah, yeah, that's pretty much a lot of the suggestions I've been got, and then if I can think of on top of my mind. But yeah, I definitely do keep an idea of suggestions from viewers and whatnot. Do I do everything that everyone says? No, not everything, but I don't mind suggestions, because I would like to make my channel the best it could possibly be personally, and make it enjoyable and much more different, I guess, if I can say that. I mean, being a Twitch caster is basically the same thing. Like, everyone can be come on and play the game, right? But I try to make it a little different than what everyone else does, basically. So I try to. So because that's the best thing about being a Twitch caster, or just someone who does like stuff like this. You just have to be different, basically, and that's the best I could try I try to do is try to be different and be unique. Because yeah, I feel like nowadays, like being a Twitch caster, it's basically the same thing. Like everyone does the exact same style of casting, basically, and I do like the people who are a little more unique and whatnot. So yeah, and yeah, so thank you for the question there. I appreciate that. Next question's from Super Mutant. He says, "Is there a game you would die to see a sequel to?" Yes, a couple of them. Number one being obviously Banjo-Kazooie. Especially a sequel to Banjo-Tooie. I know technically the sequel to Banjo-Tooie is Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, but as much as I don't mind the game, I don't hate it like a lot of people. It's not the 3D collectathon game that I wanted. It's more based around vehicle customization and vehicle combat and stuff like that, which, if you think about it, was basically Minecraft before Minecraft. If you think about it, that's kind of what a lot of Rare developers talk about the game, is like they think they created something that was kind of like Minecraft before Minecraft became a thing, basically. But seriously though, yeah, I would really like to see another Banjo game done in the 3D collectathon style. We did get Ukulele, which is cool, which is a spiritual successor to that, but you can't beat the bear and bird combo in my opinion. They've been dying for an actual true sequel since 2001, I think is when maybe 2000. But yeah, it's been a number of years. I think after Banjo-Tooie, we had Banjo and the GBA, which was a 2D collectathon game, which I still think to cast. I've never actually even played it. Then there was a Banjo Pilot, which was a racing game, which Banjo characters would actually fly around in planes. And then nothing would come out after that till Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. And then ever since then, Banjo has just been gone. He's not even appeared since then. That game came out in 2008. It's been 10 years since that game came out. Like, good lord. So yeah, I think Banjo's time is needed. I think he needs to come back. I think the world is ready for another actual 3D Banjo games and collectathon. I am. I've played Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie numerous times over the years, and they're still some of my favorite 3D collectathons. But yeah, we definitely need another game that features the bear and bird and the witch as well, and Mumbo and Wumba and the Jinjos and all of them, just because, I don't know, they were my childhood, and they are what made me really enjoy video games and whatnot. Another game I would like to see get a sequel is Conker's Bad Fur Day. Here's a game that, if you've beaten it before, that game just ends on a big-ass cliffhanger. A big one. And there has not been a game in the Conker franchise since then. After that game came out, they remade the game on Xbox, which they censored a lot of things, and you can be the judge if you like that version or not. But even still, that was just a remake, and supposedly there was ideas there were sequels planned for Conker, but unfortunately they never came to be. Unfortunately, and I don't think Conker will ever get a sequel. But yeah, the idea was they were going to make one, but Microsoft basically closed the door, or shut the door, basically, for letting that ever happen. Now, there was a Conker kind of like game on that one Xbox game that came out on Xbox One. I can't remember what it was, but it was just a for fun little thing, and it wasn't a true sequel to Conker and whatnot. It was like some Project Sparks or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but Conker was in the game, and a lot of people kind of were like, "What the fuck is this?" And even I was like, "Why? Just make actual Conker's Bad Fur Day 2 or something like that." Because that's a game that has been left on a big cliffhanger for like 10 years or so. Even more, honestly. That game's been on, yeah, I don't know. It's been a decade since Conker even had a real game, but I honestly don't think that's ever going to happen anytime soon. So, which kind of sucks. Honestly. Another one. Another Rare game, too. Funny enough how all these games are made by Rare that never got sequels. And that was Jet Force Gemini. Here was a good game in my opinion. This game is very underrated, and this game definitely needs a sequel too, a modern sequel personally, and I never got it. It'd be cool if we got it. It was re-released on the Xbox One for the Rare Replay, but it never really got a sequel at all, and it'd be kind of cool if that got us some sort of sequel sometime down the line with a modern control and story and whatnot, because I think it deserves it. Other than that, I can't really think of anything else, honestly, that really deserves a sequel that I'd like to see. Kind of everything I've wanted they had a sequel is kind of gotten one. Like, I've always wanted Kingdom Hearts 3. That's coming out next year. There's a sequel for... what was it? Well, Sunshine, maybe. Oh, I got it. I got one. I got one more, actually. I just thought of it. A Thousand Year Door sequel. Because, again, that game ends on a cliffhanger, too. The ending just ends. They found another treasure map, and the game just ends. And then the next game in the Paper Mario franchise was Super Paper Mario, which had nothing to do with the freaking treasure map, which I like Super Paper Mario, but what happened? What's this treasure map that they talk about? Where is it? What is the story? Then they don't even talk about it. So, yeah, I don't know. I would love to see another Thousand Year Door style like Paper Mario game, but I doubt we're ever going to get that because the most sold Paper Mario games are Color or not Color Splash, Sticker Star basically, yeah. And since Sticker Star is the most sold Paper Mario game, Paper Mario has basically just become Sticker Star now, which is just a sad time. We are in a bad future for the Paper Mario games, and unfortunately, I don't think we'll ever get a sequel to what Thousand Year Door brought to the table, because they had a great thing going with those games, and they just started to just experiment, honestly, and I don't know. I don't even consider Sticker Star an RPG. I mean, yes, there's a RPG battle system in the game, but the fact that you have to peel stickers and those are your moves, it's just not the same, in my opinion. And the fact that it becomes more of a puzzle game than it does an RPG, just kind of, I don't know. I think it's just, honestly. And plus, the fact of the matter is, there's no story. Miyamoto himself in interviews have said that he didn't want there to be like a full-fledged story like in the last Paper Mario games, which is just depressing, and honestly. So that's why there's barely any story, because Miyamoto didn't want stories or anything. And that's why you don't get any unique characters in these Paper Mario games, because he just wanted characters from the Super Mario world to be featured in Paper Mario, which kind of sucks, honestly, because I love the creativity with the characters that you can have. Like, there's different unique kind of Toads, different unique type of Koopa Troopas, different unique kind of Goombas, different unique kind of Shy Guys and stuff like that. Like, that's what made the Paper Mario games, the first two Paper Mario games, so unique, because they actually had unique characters and character designs and whatnot, and unique stories. Because you wouldn't get the stories you get in Paper Mario in like the 3D games. You easily wouldn't. There's no way you would ever get those. You basically just go and rescue Peach in those. But in the RPG the RPG Mario games, you would actually get something pretty different and pretty investing, I would say, to go through, basically. I mean, and the writing was also pretty good in those games too. So, but Paper Mario nowadays is just a shell of its former self. And if you like the games, I mean, more power to you. But to me, it's Paper Mario is a shell of what it used to be, to me, in my opinion. And I hope they actually see the writing on the walls that this is not what the fans want for Paper Mario. They want actual RPG franchise for Paper Mario to go back to its original roots. And I know we already have the Mario and Luigi games, and they consider the Mario and Luigi games the true RPG Mario franchise, but why can't you have two? There's nothing wrong with having two of them. Like, if you want to bring the puzzle mechanics that the new Paper Mario games bring to offer, cool, I don't mind that. But the combat shouldn't have to be you have to buy stickers or these stamps or these color things and whatnot. Personally, I don't know. I love having HP and FP and BP be a thing you can level up in the game, because it makes me feel like I have progression in the game. Unlike Color Splashes, where you just level up your paint jar, actually, now that I think about it, Sticker Star had no progression. When you beat an enemy, there was no progression in the game. It made you feel like you're not even progressing in the game, which it doesn't make you don't feel more stronger for beating anybody in that game. You can just skip, and the fact of the matter is, you can actually skip. And I've been told, or actually, I wouldn't say I've been told. I've seen from a lot of people who've played it and review the game. I have never beaten it though, because I kind of just gave up, because I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. at the time. But from one of the people who reviewed the game and have beaten the game, I've been told you can basically just skip all like the non-major fights in the game to beat the game, which is absolutely astonishing to me. Where the past games you kind of had to fight, there was a reason to fight, and in Sticker Star or Color Splash even, you don't even have to fight as long as you have the correct item. So let's say like because in Sticker Star or Color Splash for a second. As an example, during a boss fight, as long as you have the specific like item, you'll always win the fight easily. I don't know. That's an issue in my opinion. So yeah, and that's where I really wish Paper Mario would actually address that, because Paper Mario has become like I said, it has become a shell of its former self, and it's not what I grew up loving, and I really hope they do go back, but the way things are, I doubt it. I think Paper Mario is stuck to being what it is now, and it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. But yeah, that's basically my answer for that. So thank you for the question there. I appreciate that question. That was actually a really good one. Another one from Super Moon. He asked, is there ever a game you were too scared to play or cast? Honestly, yes, there's been a bunch of them. Persona 4 Golden was one of them. And look at me now. I think it was one of the best games I ever played. Going into it, I was super duper intimidated, and I thought it was going to be a lot to take in when it came to playing that. But after playing it and actually learning how everything worked and whatnot, it actually wasn't too bad. I'm actually very impressed how that playthrough ended up. And honestly, through this season of playthroughs, I think it's been my favorite playthrough that I've done thus far in quite a long time too. Persona 4 Golden was one of my favorite playthroughs I've done this year, easily. And I think a lot of people well received it too. Everyone loved it too, so I'm kind of glad about that. Another one I would say was probably Super Metroid and the first Metal Gear Solid. I'm talking about recently things. Those were games I was kind of worried about too, because I actually get really, really worried when it comes to like old school games like that, just because I'll play a game like from more newer stuff, just because it's more you're more noticed on the game directory because of that. That's kind of the reason why I play a lot of more newer stuff compared to older stuff. But and plus with more of older control schemes and whatnot, I kind of get a little worried I'm gonna mess up big time because of it. But no, it actually went not too bad actually. Now, there was one game I would say that I was scared of playing, and while playing through it, because I was really because I was having a bad time with it, and that was Perfect Dark. Honestly, I was going into it thinking, this won't be too bad. It's just a shooter and whatnot. But no, it did not go well in my opinion. I think that was one of my worst playthroughs I've ever done. Was Perfect Dark, just because I was playing it on the Xbox 360 version of the game, and well, I don't know. To me, I feel the controls are kind of outdated at times. That's how I feel about GoldenEye, and that's kind of the reason why I have not played GoldenEye on the stream, is because I feel the controls are kind of outdated at times, and it would be a mess at times, and that's why I'm worried. That's why I'm worried about actually streaming that at some point if I ever do, and that's what really happened during Perfect Dark and whatnot. So, yeah, but hopefully the same that doesn't happen again if I do GoldenEye at some point. But yeah. But yeah, no, but for the most part, besides Persona 4 Golden, I'd probably have to say, and probably Metal Gear Solid 1 and Super Metroid, excuse me. Normally, every game I play, I'm pretty confident going into, basically. Don't really have much scared. I'm not really too intimidated when it comes to pretty much everything else. I'm pretty cool as a cucumber when it comes to everything else, basically, because I feel like I can do not bad or pretty decent when it comes to everything. I'm not the greatest at everything I play. I can admit that, but I don't really get intimidated by it. Once I learn how to play it, then I have a good time with it. Oh, I should mention Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, because that was a game I really was not too fond of at first, because I was not too sure if I would ever play it on my stream or whatever, but I always gotten like requests to play it, and plus it was highly voted for a Followers Choice Award, or Followers Choice Poll winner, and I kind of got a little intimidated, or just kind of like, I'm not sure how this is going to go. But once I figured out and learned how to play the game, it actually was pretty fun. I think Chain of Memories is a very fun game, in my opinion. I actually really enjoyed it. actually after learning how to play it and whatnot. And because of that, I was able to actually finish up every game in the series after that too, which is good. So I'm kind of happy I was able to beat every game in that series too. So, and believe it or not, a Kingdom Hearts game I was intimidated to playing. Yeah, Chain of Memories is just that one where it's so different from the others, and definitely has a learning curve to actually to get invested in my opinion. But if you take the time to learn how to play it, it's actually a very fun game in my opinion, and it's fun to make the decks in that game to have a pretty good, powerful deck so you can take down bosses and whatnot. And a lot of people don't know this, but if you fight specific bosses, they have specific weaknesses to some of the magic. So if you fight Axel, for example, if you noticed, he uses fire attacks. What's weak to fire? Ice. So you use ice against him, and ice will do more damage to him. If you fight Larxene, what's weak against her? I believe it was fire. I think it was fire. I think fire was weak to her. So if you use fire against her, she would lose more HP if you use fire attacks. And then what's the guy's name? Was it Vexen? Yeah, I think it was Vexen. He has the ice. He has the ice shield and whatnot. And if you use fire against him, he loses more HP because of fire moves and whatnot. For Riku's story, you didn't really have to matter as long as you used like Riku's dark powers, it was pretty easy. I think Riku's story was actually the easiest when it comes to Sora's. Sora's gameplay, it takes a little time to getting used to. Riku's not too bad. It's actually just like normal Kingdom Hearts basically. Just gotta use your 0 cards and whatnot. And once you get into dark mode, you're pretty much golden, honestly, half the time. So, but yeah, there you go. Thank you for the question there again. I appreciate that. Another question here is from Supermoon, and it's a Kingdom Hearts question. How about that? What's one Disney World would you not want to see in Kingdom Hearts 3? Probably anything Marvel, but thankfully that's never going to happen. They have said that, or Nomura himself said in the interviews that you'll never probably ever see Star Wars or Marvel in the games because they're not traditional Disney properties. So you won't be ever will see Marvel or Star Wars ever in Kingdom Hearts at all. Now you may make the argument that Big Hero 6 is technically a Marvel property, but I at this point I would consider that just a Disney thing, honestly, and plus it's animated too, so I don't know. But like anything like the MCU or like the Star Wars universe, you'll never see just because they aren't in the they're not a traditional Disney property. Basically, they're a whole different thing that Disney bought, basically. But if I had to pick something that's a legit Disney property, honestly, I would not really want to see Cars. Please don't bring Cars. For the love of God, do not. Now, if you want to bring a mini game where Sora drives Lightning McQueen, fine, I don't mind that. But don't make a world based around that at all. Please don't. I pray. Please don't. Please don't ever do that. If you do, I do not. I will honestly be upset. Personally, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the Cars franchise, honestly. And the thing is, I think it would have an issue like if Sora was like a car version of himself, you would have the same issues like where Sora was like a mermaid version in Atlantica in Kingdom Hearts 1, or as a lion version of himself in Kingdom Hearts 2. You would have to like limit yourself from a lot of your abilities and whatnot, because if you're in those forms, you can't use a lot of the abilities that you have in your AP or your ability tree. Basically, you're basically limited to a specific move set in those forms, which make you have like barely any mobility as Sora in those ones. Like in Kingdom Hearts 1, you have all these moves in your ability tree, but when you're a mermaid version of Sora, he is so limited to what he can do. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, he can only just swing his sword and go up and down, and that's it, really. That's all he can really do. And also use magic, but magic's allowed for everybody, basically. But he can't basically, he can't do strike raid. He can't basically glide, because he's swimming. He can't basically guard, I don't even think he can block. Maybe he can, I just don't remember. But yeah, he's very limited, and that's the thing. I have a feeling if he's in a car, if they have a Cars world and he transforms into a car, he just would not have any like ability, like any awesome abilities that he can have. like especially in the Lion King level, for example. There's a move that you get later on in the game called Explosion, and that gets his last move where he like has like this big radius attack where anything that's near him just gets absolutely bodied by it. Him in a lion form, he can't actually use that at all, which really sucks. I don't believe he can actually even roll or dodge or something like that. It's just that's what gets me worried. Like any of those worlds that have have transformations like that, I kind of just get scared because I don't like being crippled from my abilities that I literally grinded or leveled up for, basically. So yeah, but yeah, definitely I would definitely have to say Cars for sure. Lion Sora at least says, yeah, he does. He's better. He's easier than Mermaid Sora, but he still has some problems for some of the abilities you can't really use too, and that's only issue. He's good in the air, but everything else he just kind of sucks with. He sucks on the ground. I'll just say that much. And if you get caught by those big freaking guys, they just wreck your day. You can't do anything against them. It's just impossible. But yeah, thank you for the question there. Next question is from Chain. He says, I know it's been recent, but since the affiliate's custom sub badges came out, any ideas for the design? I've had ideas. I knew this was actually just as of this recording or this episode of the Monthly Beatdown podcast, that Twitch have just announced that you can actually, since any affiliate streamers can actually customize their sub badges now. Yeah, and that's the reason why I didn't talk about it, because I had nothing to really discuss at the moment. I've had ideas what to do for them, but just had nothing to really say about it at this time. If I ever do, I'll definitely mention it at some point. I'll just say it's still kind of in the works. Just something I'm still kind of thinking about, because I don't really know what I would like to do when it comes to custom badges. But yeah, but we'll see. We'll see exactly. So yeah, yeah, but we'll see. It's like all I'll say is I'm still thinking of ideas what to do. So yeah. Next question here is from Mutant again. Says, will you play the new Battletoads game when it comes out? Maybe. I might. I've never beaten the first Battletoads, so I'm probably going to assume that this Battletoads game is going to be pretty hard. But to be fair, I've played some pretty hard games on this channel. I played Cuphead. I think Cuphead's a pretty hard game. But yeah, maybe we'll see. I'll see. Still, I need to get into that mindset where I'm going to be playing a very hard game. I just need to know it's a hard game. If I'm not, I just don't have any interest in playing, or I just don't really want to play it. Kind of like Dark Souls, for example. And there's many reasons why I've not played Dark Souls or just streamed it. Number one is just because it's definitely one of those games that are rinse and repeat and try again until you beat it. Number two, the community can be kind of toxic and very backseat heavy. That's another reason. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind getting helped a word to do. And number three, if you're not playing the game correctly, they definitely come out and like attack you. So on your channel and whatnot if you're not playing correctly. So that is the reason why I have not streamed the Dark Souls games or Bloodborne at all. I've really wanted to play Bloodborne, but the thing is, I just don't want to have to deal with any of that kind of shit. It just wouldn't be fair to my mods or viewers who would like to join me having to watch me play it get ruined because of that. But yeah, I mean, it'd be like I said, I wouldn't mind like assistance, like what I should do, like what the best things would do to help me like do good in it. But if it's gonna be all backseat just like because I'm not playing the game a specific way, then yeah, I have no interest in really playing stuff like that. But for Battletoads, on the other hand, that's a whole different story. Yeah, I'll have to see. I might. Just depends really. That's all I can really say. Just if I'm really feeling I'm playing, because like I said, I've never beaten the first Battletoads game. Probably never will because it's super hard. But we'll see. We'll see. Another question is from Salty Dan. It says, do you ever plan on playing any more horror/scary jump scare games throughout this or the next year? Yeah, I plan to. I've been wanting to get into Resident Evil. I've not played too many of them in my life. The only one that I've really played are 4 and 5. I've recently gotten the Resident Evil 1 remake. I think that was free on PSN at some point. Resident Evil 2 remake looks phenomenal, and I want to play through that at some point. Never played, and if Resident Evil 3 gets remade, that'd be kind of cool too. I definitely want to play Resident Evil 4 on the stream. Have not played it since I've actually rented it when it came out originally. Resident Evil 5, I've only played with a friend years ago, and we actually beat it, but that's not really that scary of a game. Resident Evil 6, I hear, is not that scary at all. Resident Evil 7 is a whole different game. It's more of a first-person kind of experience, but that would be kind of cool. Silent Hill, I hear, is pretty interesting. Just again, this has never been really interested in playing the Silent Hill games, but yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see, because yeah, Dead Space. Now those are games I want to play. I want to play through Dead Space 1, 2, and 3. Those are definitely horror games, especially Dead Space 1. Dead Space 1, I hear, is fucking terrifying. Oh boy, I hear Dead Space 1 is very fucking terrifying. Ugh, space horror. I like those. I like space, but horror. Eternal Darkness. If I can ever find a copy, maybe I might. But yeah, definitely Dead Space is definitely one of those games. Resident Evil and Dead Space are those games I definitely want to play for sure. But yeah, but that's the thing. I'm not too big on the jumpy scares and whatnot. I'm more like the for funsy kind of guy. But I know I've played some horror games here on the channel. I've played Last of Us, and I've played The Evil Within 1 and 2, which are all I would consider as horror games. Well, I would consider The Last of Us a horror game for sure. That's definitely easily a horror game. But yeah, I mean, maybe I'll do more. I like playing other stuff, but over horror games mainly. It's just not my cup of tea, basically. So, yeah. But we'll see. But thank you for the question there. I appreciate that. Next question from Anonymous asks, pants or shorts? I like shorts. I prefer more over pants. Personally, I just like shorts. They just feel comfortable. They just feel good, and gotta love the breeze on your legs when the wind blows. I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, I'm more of a shorts guy than I am a pants guy. But that's me. But yeah, so thank you for the question there. Next question from Anonymous. Opinion on churros. What? What is this? Oh, those. I've never had them, actually. I've actually never had them. I've always saw them. I'm like, oh, those look good, but I've never had them. And supposedly they're like a donut kind of like snack kind of thing. I've never had them before, so I can't really have an opinion. But they do look good, though. They do look good, I must say. Yeah, I would definitely have to try them out at some point. I've just never had them before, so yeah, they look good though. Next question is from Anonymous. Do you love me? Yes, I love you. So thank you for the question there. I'm just gonna quickly see if we got any more questions on my Streamlabs extension. So let me just quickly see real quickly. Thank you for all the good questions tonight. I do appreciate that. None of these, like a lot of these trolly questions I normally get, or puns, because I know who does that. Wink, wink. Let me just see. Any questions in the extensions at all? If not, then we'll do it, basically. No questions on there. Okay. Alright, so yeah, that's that basically. So yeah, that'll basically do it for our Q&A session. So thank you everybody for the questions. If you have a future question you would like to ask for future Q&A sessions, you can send me a question anytime you want using the command !AskAndy whenever I'm live. Go on there, send me questions there. You can also send me questions through the Streamlabs extension that's clicked down there. Whenever you're on my stream or whatever, best ways you can actually send me questions are through there, in my opinion. So yeah. And with that, guys, that's going to do it for this edition of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast. Thank you, everybody, for coming by and watching this live. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I appreciate that. We talked about what happened the past month of casting here on the channel. We had our subscriber shout-out. Once again, thank you for those of you who subscribed for the month of July. I appreciate that. We talked about the channel updates and whatnot, stuff to expect for the channel. We had our first new segment of the highlight of the month, which I think is pretty cool. So that's going to be something I'm going to be doing for the rest of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast from now on. We had our cast of the month, which once again is Futaba. Once again, go follow her if you haven't. She's a lovely caster. You should definitely check her out. We had our Q&A session, and yeah. basically a lot of that stuff and whatnot. And just real quickly, one last thing I want to talk about is, if you guys don't know, there was one last thing I want to talk about, and there was a little bit of a Twitter log I actually did post earlier this month about myself as a person here on Twitch and whatnot, just as a caster in general. A lot of stuff's been happening on outside of casting and whatnot, and just off behind the scenes, basically, with a lot of people and whatnot. And yeah, I don't know, just I had to basically what's the word? Vent a bit on Twitter about something like that, just to say how 2018's been kind of a bit of a mixed bag personally. I've sadly have lost friendships with people this whole year. Just kind of had falling outs with people in general, and I mean, there's some people I've actually have kind of just fixed relationships with, which is awesome. I always like having to fix that, but there have been stuff that has occurred that's actually really affected me mentally a bit. I probably have said the wrong things at times when it comes to that kind of stuff, but yeah, but I do apologize if I ever did ever affect anybody personally. If I ever said anything the wrong way, honestly, was not my intention. It's basically what I go and say or what I do. It comes to just how I'm feeling at the time, and I don't really think about it. It's more of I kind of am more of a person who reacts instantly than I do think of what to do beforehand. But yeah, I know people who I have made upset or mad probably will never see this, but if you do, I do say I'm sorry about that. But if you haven't read it, I appreciate it if you do read it. If you haven't, but since then, ever since I made that post, a lot of the support has been very, 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 very awesome since then, and I want to take this time to say thank you very much for all of that. Just the past couple months have been kind of just been rough, especially since the whole Twitch Treehouse scenario. After all that kind of mess kind of happened, a lot of shit just kind of just fell apart after all that occurred. I've had former mods and friends of mine just get upset over me over stupid situations and stupid things that I feel like they didn't really need to be mad about, honestly. I had stuff that occurred when it came to just people in general and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, it was just a lot of things, just a lot of stuff I won't talk about too. Most of it's all talked on that Google that Twitter log and whatnot. But yeah, ever since then, the sport's been very, very good. Ever since I made that post, I have to say a lot of positivity's been coming back since then. So I mean, I don't really tend to make those kind of events and whatnot, but it was just one of those things I just had to just talk about and whatever. And I'm kind of glad I did, because it makes me feel bad. I don't really like hurting people. It's not who I am. If I do, I kind of feel guilty about it. I don't really like making people sad or upset or mad at me, because I feel like if I do make someone feel mad or upset, then it brings my mood down, basically. So I always try to just have for fun and not take everything seriously. If I say anything about, it's just all for jokes and funs, because I don't try to be mean or anything. But if I do, like I said, I do apologize on that. It's just I like to do stuff that for myself as well, for my channel, and people do get upset for stuff I do, because I don't know, I like trying to make streaming fun for myself too, and some people don't really like some of the stuff I do, but you know what, can't make everybody happy, right? And if you don't like it, then I can't really change your mind on that, honestly. So yeah, but it is what it is. But like I said, I do appreciate all the support that I've been given ever since then. So thank you very much for that. I've kind of felt better after I made that post, and all the support that I've gotten after all that. Like I said, just a lot of stuff just kind of just sucked, basically. ever since April or something like that, or May, something like that. And so just kind of sucked. But I appreciate everybody who have been there for me and have supported me. And like I said, even if you're just here, that's all that matters. That's all I ask. Just being here always helps too. Yeah, I mean, thank you for everybody for being there. And if anyone always asks what's something I can do that can help you as a caster and whatnot, I should just mention that real quickly too, because I don't know, some people maybe I always wonder what's the best thing you can do. If you don't really want to watch what I'm doing, the best thing you can always do, you can just have my stream up and just put myself, you just hide the tab or whatever, just beat the tab and whatever, and just have the stream playing in the background or whatever. Or heck, if you want to help the YouTube channels or whatever, or just like the archives channel and whatnot, just thumbs up the video. That's all I really ask. Just thumbs up the video. It always helps out, in my opinion. Thumbs upping stuff does help out a lot too. So, but yeah, that's really it. But that's a whole different stuff. But more about the stuff about like the stuff off cast and whatnot. Yeah, I do appreciate everyone who's been there, all that. And like I said, if I ever hurt somebody from stuff from time to time, I apologize. It's not how I intended, and I know maybe some of my friendships and relationships are kind of gone for good, and there's not much I can really do about that. And it's for stupid situations, and maybe I've said the wrong things on when it comes to that, but what can you do, right? And I just want to mention real quickly too, if you ever were a mod and I have unmodded you at some point, don't think I hate you. That's entirely false. You've either hold on, I should mention, I wouldn't say I hate you. There was an issue why you've been unmodded for sure, but if you have been unmodded for just some random reason, whatever, for no reason at all, it's not because I hate you. I do kind of have a rule when it comes for mods, just for activity reasons. If you were a mod and just are barely here, then I just have to unmod you personally. I just look for people who want to be here and at my channel and support me and deserving to be a mod, basically. That's kind of what it is, basically. It's not that I hate you or anything like that, or anything that you've done. I just only want people who like me as a caster, who like to enjoy what I do and want to be here at my channel every day, or mostly every now and then, to be here. That's all. It had nothing to do with you personally. I didn't any beef or anything like that, unless there was something, which there have been at times, but that's besides the point. But if it's anything like if I've unmodded somebody for whatever reason, just because of lack of activity here or just never being around or whatever, then that's really all it is. It has nothing to do with somebody personally or you personally. It's just if I mod you, just never come by around, then yeah. I've always had like a rule where if you're not around for like around 3 months or so, then I just kind of just say, okay, I guess they kind of moved on or whatever. So I look for a new replacement for a mod. But if you come back and are active again, then I do consider giving back mod ships and whatnot. And there was also a point where I kind of unmodded a bunch of people just because I really didn't need that many mods to begin with. My channel itself hasn't been like the biggest for quite a while. So I figured that not having all these mods would be necessary, because I figured having more mods would be intimidating to people who come in, because I think it's kind of true if you think about it. If you have the more mods you have, the more or less people are going to talk, because they feel like there's a lot of like drama that happens, right? So they feel like, oh, maybe I shouldn't say anything, and it makes them intimidated. So but yeah, that's kind of why I kind of just lowered the mod number. Like I said, it had nothing to do with people being I had any grief or anything like that, or beef or anything. It was just lack of activity, and just for people who are just to clean up the channel, basically. That's really all it is. And I think how many mods we have right now is a pretty good number, in my opinion. I think the ones I have are good. I think I have a good mod team, in my opinion, right now. So I like what we have here, and hopefully it stays around. Because I will say, in the past, I've had people who have been modded on my stream, and after I've modded them, they've disappeared. So, I mean, it goes, well, that's awesome, I guess. So, I kind of try to be careful with who I mod, basically. So, I don't like modding people and then they just don't show up ever again, basically, because I hate that. It's just like, really? I understand that stuff gets in the way and time and whatever. Like, you shouldn't always, like, you don't have to always, like, focus, like, I shouldn't be your main focus in life, which I don't want that to be. So if I'm not trying to say that, I just kind of sucks that if I mod someone and they just never come by ever again. Just I don't know, it just feels like I wasted my time with that. I don't know, but yeah, but that's a whole another topic for another day. But yeah, I just wanted to say real quickly, like, yeah, but thank you for everyone who supported and made everything positive after that whole stuff. Like I said, there was just a lot of shit that just happened with the whole Twitch team that I was originally for, or a part of, for a little bit, and stuff like that. Just really made me, just felt like a lot of just bad things were really happening. It just made me just not really enjoy casting for a couple months and whatnot. But like what I've kind of tried to pick myself up and say, you know what, who cares, right? But yeah, I've tried my best to try to make everyone as happy as they can be, or enjoyed being here and whatnot, and I can't really make everybody feel happy and whatnot, because you can't make everybody happy, basically. So, but it is what it is, unfortunately. So, but like I said, I've kind of moved on and just let that sink in, put in the past and whatever, and so I'm just trying to just concentrate on what we got now, because I like what we have. Basically, I think I have a pretty solid viewer base, and I like the people that like to be here, because if you like being here, then I like having you here. So that's basically how it is to me. So so once again, thank you for the support. I do appreciate that, and I love you all. So yeah, and also she also mentioned yeah, that's actually, I'll talk about it here in just a second. But yeah, that's basically this month's edition of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast. It was an awesome one. Yeah, so if you enjoyed the video, or if you enjoyed this month's edition, please give a like on the video if you liked this month's episode. If you have any questions or concerns, put them in the comments section down below if you're watching on YouTube. Also, you can send me on Twitter or Discord or whatever, and I'll try to answer it there. So yeah, just a run down real quick. We talked about our subscribers of the month, so thank you for those of you who have subbed for the channel for the whole month of July. We also talked about our month of July, what went down here, our month plans for August, our channel schedule for the month of August. We also had our first ever highlight of the month, which is kind of a cool thing. I'm going to be doing that for the future now. We had information about the 3DS capture device, which is on its way at some point. Who knows when? I'll let everyone know then in the future. We had our PlayStation Network group, which once again, if you haven't seen it, here it is right oh, wrong scene. Right here. So yeah, if you want to join it, if you have PlayStation Net, PSN and whatnot, or PS4, feel free to join our PSN, my PSN group and whatnot, because yeah, that's a thing now. It's available right here, right now, so feel free to join it right now. Once again, you can actually find it by searching this in the search box here. So if you search that, you should be able to find it, and it should pop up right there. So if you'd like to join it, more welcome to join it. So yeah. Also, we talked about how this month we'll have our 7th anniversary information will be coming out, so that should be awesome. We also had our what else was it? Our games I bought, which were 2 of them. One of them I'm keeping secret until after Halo 3 ODST finishes up, because that will be our next game after Halo 3 ODST is finished. We had our cast of the month, which once again is Futaba, so make sure to go follow her. Her channel link will be in the description down below here on YouTube. Someone in the chat, if you're watching this live, will post it there too, and it'll be on the Discord server and whatnot, so you guys can go follow her if you want, because yeah, she's pretty awesome, and you guys should definitely check her out, because she's pretty goofy and funny. And yeah, we also did our Q&A session, which once again, thank you for the questions. If you want to send a future question again here, you can use the command on my channel in the chat, Ask Andy, !Ask Andy, or you can use the extension down below here if you're watching this on Twitch, and you can send me a question that way too. So yeah. And with that, that's going to do it. So thanks for everybody coming by. I appreciate everyone being here for this month's edition. The next episode of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast will be coming to you live here on August 28th for the September 2018 channel update. And September will be quite an interesting month, that's for sure, because it's going to be a little bit of a slower month for the channel here, because shit will be picking up for me on IRL. I also will be not be streaming as much just because I'm going to be focusing on the anniversary stuff, but I will be announcing then when the next season will be starting during that cast too. So and also some Q&A and our cast from the month and our highlight of the month and all that loveliness will be talked about then. So yeah, it should be awesome. So yeah, and yeah, so yeah, if you enjoyed it, once again, give it a like, subscribe for more of my stuff, and follow me on YouTube if you just found this whatever and follow me on Twitch if you are watching this on YouTube, if you just stumbled upon it and you want to watch more of me, because yeah, that's where I do. I do mostly my stuff here on Twitch, and this channel is mostly just to upload this and some highlights and other stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah, guys, thanks for everybody coming by. I appreciate it if you're watching this live, and we'll see you on the next stream I'll be doing. And yeah, that'll be it. So we'll see you on the next edition of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast and the next edition of the Gaming Beatdown. So until then, you guys have a great evening, and we'll see you guys in August. So you guys take care. Have a good evening, guys. Bye-bye.